Hello, it's Róisín. You're very welcome to my channel with another video all about sketching in ink and watercolour. We're well into October here in Ireland, well, everywhere. And I've just come back from a week's holiday in Gozo on the island of Malta. Gozo is the little roundy one just to the north of the island, in the middle of the Mediterranean, just south of Sicily. And it was gorgeous there for the last week. So we kind of extended the summer a little bit. We being Marcel, my husband, and our son Paddy. And we had a lovely time, and we did loads of sketching, not just me but also Marcel and Paddy as well. So that was really amazing. Marcel's first time sketching with me, and as you can imagine, that was just really special to me. And Paddy is a seasoned sketcher at this stage. You'll see the two guys sketching a little bit as well in the video. So in today's video, I thought I'd share with you a sketch I did of very wild and windy sea. One of the days that we couldn't swim because it was too rough, but I figured it would be lovely to sit in the sun and just sketch and maybe do a little voiceover to show you what I was doing as I did it. And I think it came out really well. Maybe it didn't show quite the fury of the sea as I would have wished it to. So I'm not quite sure what I would do to make it look a little bit more angry and aggressive, which it was. It was really angry and aggressive. Well, I do know. I do know. It's about shadows on the undersides of the waves. I just don't know how to paint them. So what I do know how to do, you'll see today. And you never know. You might pick up something from it. I'm also going to show you another couple of short clips of sketches that I did. And I hope you enjoy them too. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because you will forget if you don't do it now. Hit that subscribe button and then you'll be like, where's that woman who does the sketching? I'm not going to find her again. I do share what I do as a sketcher and my methods and the places I go, mostly here in Ireland in the west of the country, on the coast, in the county of Galway. Deepest countryside. There won't be too many outdoor videos coming up because the weather is getting colder, but hopefully I'll be able to catch a little bit of the great outdoors and bring it to you. You can also join my sketch club if you want to take it further, and you can join for a free trial if you want, and then you can decide whether you like it or not. We meet once a week on a Monday, depending on your time zone. It could be in the morning, it could be in the afternoon, it could be in the evening, it could be in the middle of the night. You never know. So check it out. See if you'd like to take part, because we love to sketch together, and it's very how would I say, it's a real community. We actually do get to know each other, and you have to try it to see what we're all about, and it's completely free, commitment free, and so on. So I'll leave it at that, and hopefully you'll enjoy this video, and hopefully Ruben will make a reappearance. He is skulking in the gloom somewhere behind me. He is phobic about going on camera, but he's so happy to see me after our week apart that he might deign to be picked up and appear in this little film today. All right, on with the show. This is the day we visited the salt pans in Schlendi where we were staying. Beautiful day. Didn't want to leave there at all. Tricky to sketch. Sketching a church with very loud bells. Here's Marcel sketching the agave that I sketched on the first day, and Paddy sketching an eagle statue on the grounds of the hotel where we were staying. This is the two guys sketching together. Obviously I did too, because that's how this came to be. Just before we got on the ferry to Malta. Here's the water's edge in Schlendi where I made the sketch, and I videoed myself sketching it in real time. So I hope the audio is nice and clear and that you can follow what's going on. I thought it'd be nice to capture the waves and all their colour and all those lovely foamy white bits. But I only have a small little A6 sketchbook, so I have to be very careful with the composition. Not much room for error here. And I do like the sea being framed on either side by the cliff on the right and the little fort on the left. So I'm going to shorten the distance between them a little bit. And I'll still have room for plenty of sea and plenty of splashy waves and surf. I just love these lizards so much. Okay, so let's look at the beginning bit here. Right, well, as you can see, I already made a mistake with that line. You can see I squashed out, but I think it'll be okay because the dark of the rocks will cover it up. And here's the other side. You can see that I have shortened the gap between them, and it looks a bit wobbly, but I think that horizon is pretty level. I think I'll check it in now with the edge of my book as a straight edge. So the materials I'm going to use today are all to be found in my SketchPocket. I have a number of ink pens, but I'm only going to be using one colour today. That's just because, well, I like a choice. I like a choice of colours. I've got a small little bottle of water with me in case I run out of water. I have my Fumui brushes in that little leather pouch, and my paints are here. But of course, they're the ones that come with my SketchPocket. And I have my water brushes, and I have my white gel pen for all the surf. So I think I'm pretty good to go. Okay, so now I have put in the first ink lines. Use my book, like I said I was going to do, for a straight edge, and it seems to be pretty level, I think. Now you'll notice some kind of white indents in the bottom of the rocks. Well, that's because there's no white like the white of the page. Same on the other side. And in fact, if I thought about it a bit more, I probably would have made some thicker ones, but I think it'll be okay. All right, so on with the scribbling and the painting and so on. Maybe some sky next. I've put my first layer of blue sky on, and I'm about to put the second in a few minutes when it's dry, because if I put the second layer on before it's dry, it'll be all blotchy, and we don't want that. Right, well, I've done the first layer of water. Now the thing is, you have to, anywhere that's going to have little white bits of white gel pen has to be really dark. So let me just get that straightened up a little bit. So I'm going to deepen up a lot of those areas and also leave some of them pure white, and hopefully marry the two before I start putting on the colour of the cliffs and so on. Okay, so here we go, a bit more stuff. We've got a little bit of fort in the shade. Most of it's in the shade. Got that down. Got a little bit of cliff, and what else have we got? And a few more clouds. So it's just a question of building up texture now, and obviously putting the waves. And this corner I've left blank so that I can enjoy filling in people sitting on the bench, which will give it a sense of scale, I hope. Okay, now comes the fun bit, well, one of the fun bits, which is putting on the white gel pen to make the waves. When you're trying to get the look of surf on the wave, you can put on your bits of white gel pen and everything, and that's fine. But then you have to go between your little streaks of white gel pen and darken up those bits so that the contrast looks better. And then, meanwhile, I put some little white dots to show the spray. But you do have to make sure the rocks are super dark behind the dots of spray, otherwise you won't get that nice white effect. Now I'm going to try and get, don't know why I'm lowering my voice, they're miles away. I'm going to try and get those people down there sitting on the bench and give a nice sense of scale. Nothing like a human to give a nice sense of scale. Alright, I've got the humans in. They are still not moving, but I have to get the grass in and so on to get the shadows right, and here I go. Well, I am pretty much done. I've got my people in, got the path in, managed to make the waves a bit more aggressive because I felt they weren't quite aggressive enough, and here we have it, a really lovely memory of a happy day at the water's edge in Malta. After that, Marcel suggested that he take a little video of me down at the water's edge showing you my SketchPocket and all the cool stuff it does to allow immediate sketching on the spot. Well, here I am at the water's edge, and the idea with the SketchPocket is that you wear it over one shoulder. Out come your magnetic clips, which you then use to hold your pages down. stop them flapping in the wind. And you get on with drawing, whip out your Fude pen. The filled bag comes with a Fude pen, but you can obviously put whatever pens you want in it. And then when your drawing is all done, your magnetic clips double up as a place to keep your paint box secure if you're on foot. You see, even that giant wave didn't put me off. And then you can whip out your water brush and you can get on with painting your sketch. You can do the whole thing standing up. It really is most convenient. And it works for me because I often find myself in a tight situation when I want to sketch. So here are all the sketches that I made in Gozo all together. The one on the left is an Italian Ryanair steward sitting in the seat that I paid for. That's why it was empty, because my youngest couldn't come with us. And she was so chatty. My goodness, she was Italian. And she just didn't stop for a second. I was going crazy. This is the blue-green agaves that I painted on our first day, and you can see it in that previous video I did. And Paddy and his dad Marcel, my husband and my son, and the two of them are sketching there at the port in Gozo. Just before we went to Valletta. And this is in fact Valletta, the park that you get to when you get up to the top with the elevator. And there was a couple getting married, which was very lovely. Now this is one that I did starting at dusk, and it was a very bad idea because the light was gone before I had a chance to finish it. And then the next one is a church done in complete warm sunshine, and the bells were so loud that they were deafening. I'm going to say that they remind me a little bit of that Italian steward with their non-stop incessant loudness. The next one is a very lovely church that Paddy and I sketched together. We were cycling around the island and we dismounted and we sketched. It was really enjoyable. Here is the same one that you've just seen me explain and sketch. And finally, we've got the bottles of our favourite beer. Very nice too. Well, if I can't get Ruben to appear on camera, then I'm going to make this lizard fill in for him. Okay, I did my best. I found him and I convinced him to come and be in the film. So here you go. A couple of minutes of a little dog chasing his frisbee with a tiny bit of his barking thrown in because no one wants to listen to too much barking, but a bit is okay. That's it, folks. See you next time. Thanks for watching.